Welcome to Pop Cult, where we talk reality TV, celebrity chaos, and pop culture throwbacks.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Pop Cult. We post 2 episodes every week. Tuesdays are for Reality Digest, where we cover the previous week's reality TV moments and latest celebrity chaos. And Thursdays are for the Fame Files, where oh my God, I can never say this in one fell swoop, where we revisit defining stories throughout pop culture history. Today is another
what?
Reality Digest. And actually, we were just talking about if we should split our pop culture chaos segment and Reality Digest segment, like our TV shows and our, pop culture catch up type thing, just general pop culture news, into 2 separate episodes, like one on Tuesday and one on Wednesday maybe, because since these have been so long and we just always have so many shows that we're covering. So that's something we're considering. If anyone has any feedback, let us know.
Well, also it would be good for anyone who just wants to keep in touch with what's going on in like the pop culture world, but they don't necessarily watch any of the shows that we go over. So it's like a win-win situation.
Yeah, very true. And we could, cover more pop culture chaos, because sometimes I feel like I don't put things on our list because it's just not huge.
It'll just take too long.
Yeah, so
to discuss.
We've had to kind of censor ourselves.
Oh God, yeah.
And then this week for the Fame Files, we are doing an episode. Let me make sure. Let me pull up our calendar because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
We're doing Deb versus Heard.
I think you're right. Yes, it's Deb versus Heard. So yeah, this is gonna be this one and the next one that we cover are gonna be probably a little longer than they usually are. I would say maybe like hour and a half or so. I feel like we usually can do the Fame Files in like 45 minutes to an hour. But the next 2 that we have are like actual court cases. So
I'm super
excited. A little bit
I
lengthy.
love the court case.
I know, it's kind of interesting because obviously we're not like a true crime podcast, but like these celebrities love to go to court.
They love to go to court. They love to be sued. They love to sue. It's a whole thing.
They love to countersue. It's just craziness. So
yeah,
Depp versus Heard this week, and I'm excited to tell Julia about it because it's crazy. We are also still going strong with the socials. Well, Instagram in particular. I think I keep forgetting to send you the videos on TikTok.
Yeah, and then I forget to ask.
I know, I just like
and then it's the whole thing.
I just would so much rather just have an Instagram following. Like I don't even want to have to be on TikTok.
I know. Screw TikTok. Like I don't even understand how to TikTok. Like
me neither, and like I maybe we'll just revisit TikTok at a later date. And then we are also on YouTube at Pop Cult Podcast. If you prefer to not watch because you won't see our faces, but if you just prefer to like have it on your TV or something, you can find us there as well. But in an attempt to figure out how we want to do this, we are going to skip our pop culture chaos this week because we have many a show to get into. And one new show, which I'm sure that we're going to have a lot to say about. So we're just going to get right into it, and we'll throw in some pop culture notes that are specific to some of the shows that we're covering. Yup. But should we get into it? What should we start with? What do you want to start with?
Should we start with our newest show?
I think we should.
Okay, so we're gonna start with The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Mom Talk has returned.
I'm beyond excited.
Me too.
Now I'm doing good with Selling Sunset, where I've only watching 1 episode a week, but I did not do good with Mormon Wives, and I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in. I won't lie.
Yeah, me too.
But I have not watched the whole thing. I don't know all the context thing that's gonna happen, and obviously we're only talking about the first episode, so anything beyond that is not fair game for us yet.
Exactly. I feel like it's going to be hard for me not to talk ahead because I have a lot to say about this season so far, but we will go episode by episode.
As do I. So we start off with Mom Talk just like kind of in shambles. Nobody's here. There's 4 girls left. We're at bare bones. None of these 4 girls really like each other. Well, and I just feel like they're always kind of on the outs with Miranda, which is just really funny to me.
I
But like Taylor's
know.
on a 2-week break, Jen is still on a break, Whitney is in some weird contract BS. Demi is missing. She's fallen off the face of the earth. I'm just talking about the beginning of the first episode. And I'm like, what are we doing here? What's
I
happening?
had the same thought. Where is the entirety of the cast of this show? Like, unfortunately for production, they lost their most interesting characters.
Well, I'm also like, why would you even start filming knowing you have 4 girls?
I
And that's it?
totally agree. Like, how are we gonna be 50% over 50% down a cast? Like, this is crazy. I totally
Yeah.
agree with you. I don't know why they started filming that way. Like, I don't. And also, to your point, what Miranda still not being in Mom Talk is crazy. You bitches are mean girls. This poor woman was, her entire sex life was exposed to the internet. All she did was have a normal reaction to someone telling the world that she, a Mormon woman, is a swinger, and like, you guys are still making her like prove herself to you. Like, you guys are foul for that, actually. And
Also,
this is particularly going out to Jessie, Macy, and Michaela. Those 3 bitches.
the only person who needed to have a talk and forgive her was Taylor. And when did that happen, you ask? Season 2, episode 1.
Exactly.
We are over a year later now, and y'all still won't let it go. None of this ever affected you.
It's so insane
None
to
of
me.
you were even in Mom Talk when this was happening, when this scandal was happening.
Exactly.
So don't piss me off.
And also, none of you would even be on this TV show if it hadn't been for Taylor and Miranda swinging. So really, we should be sending Miranda a thank you note.
Letting you into Mom Talk.
Exactly.
I think that somebody got sent to the principal's office after season 1 and 2. I think Layla was brought into the principal's office and told, bitch, you need to start bringing in drama because you're boring as fuck. Because this girl has not stopped talking since the first episode started. I'm like, who is she? I don't know who this is anymore.
She's not stopped talking since the first episode. That's actually such a good point. No, I definitely think you're right, because she was probably, like, in my opinion, I feel like Layla was less relevant in season 2 than Miranda was. So I think you're probably right. I think they were probably like, I mean, ultimately, I don't think the rest of Mom Talk, I don't think the rest of the cast, I'm done referring to them as Mom Talk. Like, it's actually pissing me off how they keep fucking saying Mom Talk. Mom Talk, like, Mom Talk, Mom Talk. Mom Talk's not gonna survive this. Mom Talk is just so broken down. Mom Talk has never been worse. Oh my god. Stop saying it. Like, this cast is actually getting on my nerves a lot already. Like,
I love
I hate to admit it, but I don't think that Mom Talk, the rest of them, would ever let Layla get cut from production. But I think you're right. I think Layla is like, God forbid I end up in a situation where I've pissed some of them off, and like, it's actually insane to me how quickly this group of women will turn on one another.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit disturbing.
Then, like, we'll get into it, but Jessie's like admitting openly all of this stuff about her and Marciano.
Mhm.
And not a single one of these supposed friends believes her. Like, you could spew to me the biggest BS story you've ever made up in your life, and I will wholeheartedly 100% believe you.
Yeah.
Because you are my friend. I don't know anybody else in this situation. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, what on... Also, I will never be seen not standing by a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, like, obviously we open up the big thing with this first episode is Jesse's affair. They alluded to this. I know you didn't watch the reunion, season 2 reunion, but they alluded to this in the season 2 reunion. However, a couple things I have to say. One, I do think that more is going to come out about Jordan's behavior, because I remember a long time ago, Jesse, I think in particular, maybe was on the Vile Files, Nick Vile's podcast. He said in that, to whoever he was interviewing, but I do think it was Jesse, he said, I have heard some really bad things about Jordan. Can you like expand on this? Can you tell me if I'm right or wrong? And I think it was Jesse said, you're right, and you'll hear more about it in season 3. But this was months ago, because they filmed season 3 so long ago.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm curious to see, like, I think it's a really interesting dynamic. So, like, that's number 1. Number 2, I have got to say, like, I really respect Jesse for coming out and like sharing these details about herself, because I have watched a lot of reality TV in my day, most notably a lot of Vanderpump Rules. I've watched all 11 seasons like 3 times. There is never an instance in a reality show that I've watched where somebody has cheated and actually told the truth on the first try. Like, that never happens. That is like, I feel like it's written somewhere in the code of conduct for reality TV stars that they're not allowed to admit right away that they cheated, because I've never seen anyone do it. And so for her to just blatantly come out and be like, yep, I cheated, I had an affair, what I did was wrong, I feel awful for it, like, I do respect her for that.
In the context of just the first episode, I was like, wow, like, Jessie really has got it together. Like, she wants to change. She doesn't accept her past behavior, and she's working on it, and she's so open about it, and like really just like blunt in that way. And then we go into like some of the other episodes, and it's starting to be almost like a little bit obnoxious.
Agreed.
But we'll talk about that later. But for now, first episode, I was like, Layla just brought this up to her, and Jessie is immediately telling the truth, telling exactly what happened, pulling up receipts, being totally and completely honest. For anyone not familiar, Jessie admitted to kissing Marciano twice and having an emotional affair for a couple of weeks while her and Jordan were in a kind of like a separation trial thing with their marriage. They were going through a lot, and she developed a connection with Marciano. But she says nothing goes beyond kissing. Obviously, Marciano claimed different in the, I don't know, the finale of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the girls are left to believe, like, oh, who should I believe? In my opinion, I would believe the woman I've been in mob talk with for the past 3 or 4 years, but I guess they want to believe this clout chaser, ugly-ass man, but that's none of my business.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's like, this man was on the worst reality show ever made, Vanderpump Villa, and we're gonna believe him. Like, he wants screen time, and he got it. He got the screen time that he wanted.
He got it, because why is he in every damn episode I've watched so far? I'm sorry, are you a girl?
Right.
Like, you're not in a mom talk.
And like, he's also ugly. I don't understand why we're giving an ugly man screen time.
You're not in mom talk, and you're not married to somebody in mom talk. Why do I see you every damn day?
And like, also, we've established that they had an affair. I don't need to know anything past that. I want to know what happens with her and her marriage, you know?
Absolutely. Like, that's what we need to be focusing on, not him coming back all the time.
Layla bringing this up to Jessie at an influencer event is insane to me.
She was probably told by producers that she had to do it on camera, and she was probably like, okay, well, can you set up a meeting with me and Jessie somewhere? And they were like, no. So then she had to figure out another way to do it. That was the only thing I could think of in my mind for why she would bring it up at an event, because she knew there would be cameras there, and she was told she had to do it on camera, and because she didn't know how else to like get in touch with Jessie.
Right. I mean, yeah, you make a good point. I think that has kind of been one of my issues with the show this season, is it's feeling very staged. Like, it doesn't feel nearly as natural as the first 2 seasons. It's almost like we're seeing this very like chunky chain of events happen throughout every episode. One of the women has a confessional about something. Then we see her struggling with whatever she said in the confessional. Then we see a scene where she's kind of trying to resolve it. Then we see another confessional where she's like, I feel a lot better about this. And it's just like, feels very scripted almost. So that's another criticism I have. Also, like, these influencer events are so goofy.
Oh my god. And also, if I hear one more time, like, the Utah influencers, like, it's so small where we always see everybody at the same events. I'm like, why are we even having events?
First of all, no shit, it's small. You live in Utah. I mean, what? Yeah. I'm sure Utah's a great state, but like, it's not LA, it's not New York City, like, it's not Nashville. Like, I don't know what we're you know, like, of course it's small. Like, somebody's got to do an actual job in Utah, you know? They're so goofy. Why are we doing a raffle for a Coach bag? Like, what's that about? Look, I like Coach. I like their designs. I think they really stepped up their game. But not the designer bag being a Coach purse. Like, I know Miss Macy Neely can afford a $250 Coach bag with those brand deals she's pulling in. Like, what are we doing there? So then we also are talking a little bit about the contract negotiations when it comes to some of the women not returning. Here's my thing. Demi wanting 3 times the money is crazy. Whitney is so real for wanting tickets to the Oscars.
Well, tickets to the Oscars is fine, but like, what did she mean by a scripted TV?
Yeah, I mean, I think she wanted her agent.
Like, she wants to act? Like, is this the first I've ever heard of?
Yes, I think she wants to act.
Okay, well, like, go audition for something.
I know. Maybe that's what she was specifying. Like, I want somebody to get me an audition for a scripted TV show. I think that
I-
it's really weird for Michaela in particular to be like shading Whitney for to continue her career past Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Like, I think that all of them are trying to do that in a sense. I mean, Taylor's on the Bachelorette.
I think that honestly, I think Michaela was more trying to be like funny
You think?
rather than shading. Yeah, but like I'm sure Michaela will like listen to this and she'll be like, no, I was trying to be a bitch.
Yeah, no, she
But,
fucking
like,
hates Whitney
I just
so
thought her
much.
saying that. I just thought her saying that was like funny. I was like, it's funny that they're having Michaela explain this. Like that's how I was thinking when she was doing.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I mean, what do you think about it? Like, I personally don't blame, and I wouldn't blame any of them for like being like, I want XYZ.
Oh no, I don't either. I don't think that just because you don't get what you asked for in your contract, unless it's like absolutely inappropriate, that you should just like blatantly not be on a show because of that. But obviously she comes back.
Yeah, I agree.
So like, and you didn't get what you wanted in your contract.
Yeah, I
but you
think
still
that
come back.
I agree. I think that was weird. Like, I think that's a stupid reason not to sign back onto the show.
Yeah.
That you
Like
didn't
a
get those
contract
things.
is a negotiation, and you have to come to a what word am I looking for?
A compromise. You have to come to a compromise.
Compromise. That was weird to me, but like you can ask for whatever you want. I mean, I've seen. Do you know what a rider is?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, I do actually. Yeah.
Like the sheets of paper that they give people whenever they're coming to do like a show somewhere,
Mhm.
or like when someone's coming in for a tour, and it's all the stuff they want in their little trailer room.
Yes.
I saw a video of this model asking for like an iPhone 17 on her rider.
That's tea.
She didn't get it, but she was like, obviously she still went.
Might as well
Like,
put it out there.
Yeah, she was like, I was just trying.
That's funny.
I have no context on who this is or
That's so
or what they do
funny.
or what anything, but I just saw that little kid.
I agree. I think that you should be, it's like you can ask for $1 million, but if they come back and counter at 750K, then you can counter at 900K. And then it's
Yeah,
like
you can't just be like, nope.
That's kind of how it
Like
works.
that.
I personally also find Whitney to be one of the more interesting characters on the show. So I was like,
Well, you will get to see her. I haven't seen her yet, but apparently she's coming
yes,
back.
I have seen her a little bit in the episodes that I've watched, but I was like bored in this episode without her or Demi.
The first episode is kind of just Jessie telling everybody what's going on, which I appreciate. She's informing everybody except for Miranda. Poor Miranda never gets to go to know anything.
That's why I'm like, why are
And then
you
they
guys
think she's the
bullying
mole.
her?
Like,
that was
Like, nobody's
crazy.
telling Miranda anything. Like, she does not know jack shit. Nobody knows.
Layla's like, she still doesn't
Um,
know what we're talking. That was insane to me. I hate when people do that, when they start talking about something and like you're the only person in the room who doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, I can't I think it's like one of the rudest things you can do.
And I have caught myself doing that, and I feel like the worst person alive.
Yeah, it's like it happens to everybody, but like Layla's sitting there being like, guys, she still doesn't even know what we're talking about. She's sitting right here listening to us talk about this,
Yeah.
and she doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, well, and then in the first episode, this is unrelated to Miranda, but Michaela says something that I thought was really interesting. So it was right after Jessie tells them what's going on. And, well, first of all, they have the audacity to be like, I don't know if she's telling the whole truth. Whatever. Michaela then goes, she said, Jordan is always in your face and kind of a dick. I don't know if you remember
I
that.
do remember that. Wait, who said that?
Michaela said
Okay, yes, I do remember her saying that, and that's what triggered my memory of like, oh, when Nick Viall asked Jessie like about the bad things that he had heard about Jordan.
Yeah. So, like, what does Michaela know? And she didn't share further. And I was like, well, we could have focused a whole episode on this.
I know. I really think it does feel a bit rushed. Like, I kind of feel like we're not really getting the full story, and I'm like not really loving that. Maybe it'll come to light, but like, I think that that's one of the flaws about this show is that they film very quickly, but then they release the episodes so much later after they've filmed, which makes sense. Like, obviously they have to go through the editing process and whatever, but it's like, because these women are so chronically online, it just feels like this was like ages ago. Even watching how they're all treating Whitney, but then I'm seeing on her post from Dancing with the Stars that they're all commenting like fire emojis and like really hyping her up, with the exception of Jen.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like so confused. It's confusing to me because now it makes me feel like I don't want to sit here and watch Whitney be like literally beat down by these women, by 7 other women, for another season, just to know that next season that they're already friends again, you know?
I just don't think. I think they'll never be friends with Whitney on camera, to be honest.
I think you might be right. It's like, but regardless, she's not in this episode, so we don't need to talk about her yet. But I have a lot of thoughts on how that all pans out.
Yeah, and then we also have conversations with Jordan and Jessie where Jordan is explaining like his doubts in Jessie's story, which I like. For me, it's more acceptable for Jordan to have doubts because like if I was in that role in this scenario, I would be having all of these intrusive thoughts attacking me that like she's lying to me. Why would she be telling me the truth, right? Like, and I understand Jordan having doubts, absolutely. That's just what's gonna happen. Like, you've been betrayed by someone who's supposed to be with you for life.
Exactly.
So, like, I get that part. But then going back. So Michaela and Macy were being told by Jesse this story at their house, and apparently Demi's husband, Brett, drove by Jesse's house multiple times very slowly.
So bizarre.
Which was the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I did not understand. Nobody could figure out how he knew to be there, which is then when it comes out that they think that there is a mole in Mom Talk. And they think that it is either Layla or Miranda.
I mean, do they think this is the damn CIA? Like, I just do not understand. We all know that it was production. You guys think that you guys are like the only 5 people in the world that know about this. There is an entire production team that knows about this.
Like, you're literally on a show that's being filmed and recorded and watched back every day by people that you do not
Exactly.
know.
And now you're blaming poor Layla. Kayla and Macy coming for her about that is crazy. Like, I feel like the two of them always have to have a common enemy, and like for some reason in this episode it was poor Layla. When I mean Layla's boring, don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like Layla's not a malicious person. The only thing that I thought was really shady that Layla has ever done was when she and Taylor were at like some sort of event, like press event.
When she said on the plane, I would have your back, and then she didn't say it.
But then even before that, she showed her those text messages on that plane and said verbatim, really value our friendship right now. So I'm going to show you these texts.
Oh.
So you didn't.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was so weird. That's the only thing that Layla's ever really done that's like rubbed me the wrong way. So I felt bad for her.
I've never really been a fan of her because to me she's felt irrelevant, but I guess she's trying to be relevant.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's all about her now. Because we close the episode at her little birthday party. Also, what is this 23-year-old girl doing on this show?
I mean, how does she have 2 kids? Like, this is insane.
Yeah. So she has her little birthday party, and she's friends with Chase's current girlfriend, and Chase is Miranda's ex-husband, who was also involved in the swinger scandal. And if you remember from the Halloween episode of last season, apparently he had a little crushy crush on Taylor, and they really got into it in a fight at the Halloween episode.
Yes, and he also dated Layla for a period of time.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Anyways, he has that dumbass podcast that we talked about on our Fame Files last week called Only Dads, and he has trash talked all of Mom Talk, and has said particularly awful things about Macy's. I don't think they were ever married.
No, they weren't.
But
her baby daddy, the father of her first child.
Yeah, who passed away. It said really cruel things about that, and obviously I would never get over that. Macy is within every right to never get over that. Something we do need to keep in mind, just like we have to keep in mind that Jordan was cheated on, that Michaela and Macy are pregnant, and everything is heightened. So all the reactions we're going to see this season are going to be heightened, and you do have to take that into an account with everything that they're doing. Chase comes to this birthday party. Macy kind of like loses it, I guess, in like lack
both
of a
of them
term.
do.
They kind of like really, both her and Michaela, but Macy ends up leaving and Michaela does stay. And they kind of just like attack Layla at her birthday party. And first of all, I don't think that Layla actually invited Chase. I think she invited the girlfriend, but then I guess Chase had called her before to like apologize. Layla should have let them know. That's on her. I really wasn't mad at her in the scene. I was like, wow, you're kind of like going a little crazy, but I understand completely where you're coming from. But she did literally just make a post, I don't know if it was today or a couple days ago, that I just saw on Instagram, where she was like, I'm very embarrassed by my reaction, but you have to remember I was pregnant. And I was like, fair.
I feel like the pregnancy thing doesn't really resonate with me because last season Whitney was pregnant the entire time and they were nothing but horrible to her and gave her zero benefit of the doubt. So for me,
well, I'm not saying any of them are giving. I'm giving her benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
I don't think any of them were giving her, but I think they're all treating each other.
Yeah,
the same
I feel like I know.
Pregnant.
I think you're right because somebody's always pregnant because they have so many damn kids.
Yeah. I think they were, like, same with last season, like, while they were being mean to her, it's not, Like, I wouldn't want them to have gone easy on her because she was pregnant.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just like I wouldn't, if Layla had clapped back at Macy, I wouldn't have wanted her to go easy on Macy just because she
Yeah, like it would not have been, yeah, I agree with you. Like I wouldn't have wanted anyone to say to Layla like, "Oh, you shouldn't have clapped back at her because she's pregnant right now," cuz like one of them's always pregnant. So it's like you just that cannot even be a reality. I felt like the whole thing was like so blown out of proportion because look, I understand that you don't like the guy, like whatever. I wouldn't like him either. He seems like a douche. Like obviously most of the men in Utah are, as we have clearly realized from watching this show. I felt like if you don't want to talk to him, don't talk to him. He wasn't coming up to them.
That was another thing. He was not interacting with you in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
So like, why are you then making the two of you? Why are you then making it about you? Just don't
Exactly.
interact. Like, obviously, you guys were never in a sorority in college, okay? We had to always see people we did not like, did not get along with, never wanted to be in the same room with at all of these dang functions. And you know what? Did we leave? No.
I just think it was like rude for them to do that to her at her birthday. Like I also think that Macy in general, which makes sense because she's literally like 25, she comes off as very immature to me. Like I really didn't like the part of that argument where she started mocking Layla's voice. Like I just thought that was so mean, and Layla's trying to diffuse the situation, and
Wait, you're telling me that Macy's only 25?
I think so.
Then why is she acting like she's so much older than all of these?
Oh, just kidding. She's 30. So then that's even more embarrassing.
I was about to say
that she's acting like this, that she's at someone else's birthday party, mocking someone's voice, making fun of them, telling them that they're stupid for inviting someone to their birthday. I just really didn't like it. Like I understand that she doesn't like Chase, and like what he said about her is obviously hateful, but like I just felt like that was too far, and she should have just said to Layla, "I'm unhappy that he's here. I don't want to ruin your birthday party, so I'm going to leave and we can talk about this another day."
That would have been a great response. She also could have just Irish goodbyed. You didn't need it. You don't need to give an excuse for a reason that you're leaving.
Exactly. And I do feel like that she and Michaela both kind of feel like they have the authority to walk all over Layla because Layla is so young and she's very...
Well, Michaela is 25.
Yes, Michaela is 25.
She's not that, and I'm pretty sure Layla just turned 24.
Yeah.
Like that was her 24th.
I think she did too.
And so they are not that far away in age.
I know.
And also, I think that Macy and Michaela kind of just like feed off of each other.
Yes, I agree with you. That was when Layla said at the end of that argument, when they got up and Layla goes, "You guys are so fucking negative all the time. It's not even fun being around you." That's when I think you're spot on. I agree. I think that the two of them really thrive off having a common enemy. And because Whitney's not in the picture right now, because Demi's not in the picture right now, they have to have somebody to bitch about to each other.
I think that's
so.
Fair. But that was the end of the episode. The end of the episode is her getting into the elevator.
Yes, and to be clear, I always liked, especially Macy, the first couple of seasons. I liked that she was kind of a voice of reason. I have a sneaky suspicion that she and Michaela both are not going to be at the top of my ranking by the end of this season, but we shall see. We shall see how things
and
progress.
Then the second episode gets into the rest of the party.
Yes, it does.
So we'll get there. Speaking of crazy parties, we have the aftermath of the crazy party / girls giving, episode 3.
I mean, you were calling for it last episode. You said Nicole needs to be fired. So
okay, so that confused me because you're sitting there and you're getting fired by people you supposedly respect, by a job you supposedly like, by a job you supposedly want to do. And you sit there and you have no reaction. You don't seem to care. There's not a tear in your eyeball. There's not a, "I'll try better," like, "I want to do better," let me apologize. You just leave. That shows me that you have no respect for this company. You have no desire to be here. You have no respect for Jason and Brett, whichever one's speaking. I still don't know. And I just thought it was like a completely disrespectful, and it showed, like, I am not a Nicole fan, and I feel like that's obvious, but that was such a unprofessional way to react to getting fired if you, like, ever want to perchance use them as a reference for another job. But I know this isn't real, so, like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think her reaction was like so cold and stoic, and I honestly feel like that's how Nicole has been through every argument that she's had with anyone on the show. Like, I mean, we've literally never seen Nicole apologize to anyone.
Yeah. I think it really just made me mad because, like, she's getting fired from her literal job, But she's not even fearing for her life. Like, if I got fired from my job, like, I would be living on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't have to worry about anything in her daily
Yeah.
life. And that just makes me angry.
Yeah. I did feel bad for Jason, like, kind of having to choose between Chrishell and Nicole. Like, clearly it was.
Well, who did you think Jason was gonna pick? Like,
I know. I mean, that's the thing. Jason is definitely still in love with Chrishell. So that's, I mean, so obvious. And if I'm looking at it from a neutral perspective, I can understand why Nicole is like pissed off that it's only her. Like, I understand it's like, because Chrishell did start the whole, Nicole started the feud between the two of them. Chrishell started the drug accusations.
well, yeah, the drug accusations, and then she also like ramped up Nicole for that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that whatever Nicole said was correct, but Chrishell did particularly start it that night.
Exactly. I agree. And like, again, if Nicole had never started the initial fight with Chrishell the first season that she joined over that home that Nicole
Yeah.
actually sold, then like none of this would even be happening. So ultimately, it's Nicole's fault.
Mhm.
Like, she messed with Chrishell and she
Yes.
found out. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, nobody
I
who
don't know what you
nobody
want.
who has ever had a disagreement with Chrishell has won that fight, you know? To be clear, Nicole has come out and said, like, I still work for the Oppenheim Group. They just fired me from, like, the show, essentially. Or, like, you know, from this team of realtors. So she still works for the Oppenheim Group. She still does real estate. Like, she didn't lose her job.
I don't think I understand.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely don't make it seem that way in the show. But she has made videos since talking about how she is still working for them. I agree with you. It's wild that she had, like, just no remorse. And she's, like, trying to use her tenure at the company. Like, are you prepared to lose all the money I'm bringing in? Like, that was a wild thing to say, in my opinion.
Yeah, not even like I put so many years into this company. Like, not any of that. You just. Oh, did you notice when she walked out that like some passerby was like, "You're my wife's favorite." Like, do you think that was?
Yes,
staged?
I do. I think it was either staged or dubbed in from like another piece of footage.
Yeah, I was like, this is just like not real.
I know. I think that's what's bothering me about this season of Selling Sunset. It feels like nothing is real.
Yeah.
And maybe it's always been that way, but like they're being very transparent about it, I feel like.
Hmm.
It's kind of starting to bother me a little bit. Like, it's just feeling
Yeah.
very inauthentic.
But that was the end of the episode. So we start with Chrishell saying that she will never interact with Nicole again and never be at anything or be in a room with Nicole again, essentially.
Yeah.
And she says that to, I think it was it to Mary, and then she also says that to Jason.
Amanda, so that's who
she's
she said
very-
it to in the beginning of the episode, her and Amanda.
Oh, oops. Yeah, she says it to Amanda, and then she also says it to Jason. Like, I think it's perfectly acceptable for her to set that boundary.
Yeah, I think that what
Um,
happened there from like a behind the scenes perspective is she told production, I will never film with her again. And so they needed a reason for Nicole to no longer be on the show. So that's why they did that whole scene with Jason and Brett like firing her.
Probably. That's for sure. Something that I found interesting was Rochelle has conversations with both Mary and Amanda in this episode, and both Mary and Amanda say that they are like surprised and shocked by Nicole's behavior, which I just feel within itself is just a little bit sketchy because you've known Nicole for so long, and you don't track any patterns, you don't see anything
Mhm.
weird. Like, you can't tell me that this is the first time she's ever acted like this in her entire life.
Well, and Amanda will be the first to say all the time that she's the most stubborn human being she's ever met. Like, why is she?
Yeah, so I'm like, why do you think that then? Like, we're like, I know you have evidence for that because you think that way. Those were weird conversations to me. I just don't think they want to admit that they've like stayed friends with Nicole despite her terrible behavior that she's had in the
Mhm.
past. And they would prefer to say instead that like this is the first time they've ever seen this happen and they'll never accept it.
I
ever.
know. And I also just think it's so difficult. If you're in the real estate business, like so much of it is based off of connections and networking. And if you have an enemy in this world, it's like that could affect your business, you know? So like even if they weren't
Fair.
Nicole's biggest fans, what if they have
They
a
can't.
buyer who wants a house that Nicole is selling, but they don't have a good relationship, and it's like that point like Nicole can advocate for their clients too. So I don't necessarily know that I believe that it's that superficial, that that's the only reason that they would have stayed friends with her. But yeah, I think also maybe they have seen her act this way before, but maybe it was towards a person that they also didn't like. But now that it's like towards somebody that like Mary and Amanda are both friends with, it's
Mhm.
like, okay, this is a little bit different. Also see Mary and Nicole having a conversation, and like the way that Mary was like genuinely stumped trying to explain to Nicole why she was wrong was sending me. She's like, Nicole, I don't know how else to explain it to you. This is like, she just straight up said
Like,
that.
well, because Nicole is just, it's like she's talking, like, it's like Nicole's brain is covered in a steel wall that no one can penetrate and she can't get out of.
No new knowledge can enter through her brainwaves.
No, absolutely not. And I'm like, can you not
I feel like
just
we all know
say
people like that.
that you shouldn't have said that? Like, why do you, like, I mean, props to her for just, like, never going back on your word. You're sticking to what you said. Great. But in this
She
sense, like,
truly
like,
believes everything she says.
truly. And I'm just like, at some point, you could maybe just muster up the words, I am sorry. I should not have said that. Words in
Sometimes
the
you
English dictionary, I think.
That's my thing. I don't understand why she has such a hard time getting those two words out. Like, she will only say, like, I apologize if I hurt your feelings.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel like that was the main thing that happened in this episode. I mean, the other thing I feel like was Mary's still feuding with Chelsea. I don't know why she cares about Chelsea saying hi to her at Emma's event. Like, she doesn't like you and you don't like her.
Why do we have to interact? Yeah.
So,
like, isn't it just better if we just stay away?
Exactly. Like, I don't like Chelsea either. Like, I wouldn't want to talk to her either. Just move on. Like, who cares?
Yeah, literally.
You have any like predictions?
Well, my prediction was gonna be that Nicole would just come back, but I don't think that's true.
You shall see.
Yeah, I shall see.
Speaking of people leaving abruptly, we open up this week's episode of the Kardashians with Khloe and Kourtney continuing this conversation about Kourtney leaving the group chat.
We were done with this fight at the end of last episode.
I
was
know.
like, why am I still in this house?
The biggest thing that stuck out to me was the way that Khloe was, and she says this in the episode, the way that she was just trying to like walk on eggshells with Kourtney. Like, it was just so funny how she was like trying to watch her words so carefully to not say anything that would make Kourtney mad. But then also, not Kourtney dogging on Khloe for working. She's literally telling her the reason why you're so negative is because you work too much.
Like, Kourtney is so annoying in this fight. She's not even talking about anything specific. And Khloe was like, I think Kourtney's really just projecting.
I agree. Like, I'm so obsessed with Khloe this season. Like, this is her season. I say it every week.
It really is. I'm obsessed with the short hair. Like, I love everything.
The bob, even though we're not allowed to get bobs again. We had that discussion this weekend.
We're banned from bobs unless we can look like Khloe.
I don't know why our moms let us get bobs in the first place.
I don't think I ever asked my mother's permission. I think I just chopped her off.
No, me neither, but you would think that they would be like, maybe that's not your best look, you know? I feel like Chris would say that, or Kim for the very least. I'm going to start sending them pictures of my haircuts. I also thought that it was funny that Kim was talking about, well, funny / sad that Kim was talking about All's Fair. Her fears about All's Fair not being a hit.
I don't want to say it came true. I know there's getting a lot of hate, but like the viewers I think are really enjoying it. I think they're just getting hate from critics.
Agreed. Like, I think that there's a plethora of people who are enjoying it, myself included.
Is it the best show I've ever seen in my life? No.
I wasn't expecting it to be. That's not what I went in for.
I was expecting just like good production value.
Yeah.
And like the costuming, the sets, like the makeup, they're all amazing.
No, and just even like the storyline is honestly very satisfying to watch.
It is. So I would be having the exact same fears as her.
100%.
So I completely understood her. 100%. The fact that she was like saying all of that wearing this really extravagant like outfit was like it was making me laugh.
I'm loving the BTS of her being on this show though.
Oh my god, I wrote that too. I was like, this is just so fun. Like, I love behind the scenes stuff. I could watch a whole episode just on that.
Me too. And speaking of like things that are going on behind the scene, not Khloe or I think it was Kim actually exposing Chris and Kourtney trying to take out all the fights.
Yes, it was Kim. She was like, you want to talk about the world's worst producers? And she goes, Kourtney and Chris.
That was so funny.
And I was like, thank God for Kim fighting to keep all the sisters' fights in. Like, I feel like Kim just understands what people want to see. But, like, Kourtney and Chris are just, like, too caught up in, like, how they will be viewed. But I'm like, Kim is going to be viewed not in a good light either, but she still wants to keep it in because she understands what makes good TV, and she's showing you like the real and the raw of what happens.
That whole Dolce debacle last season was literally the entire season. That was like the major storyline the whole season.
Yes, like they would have had nothing.
And I think that should reflect, maybe Courtney should do some self-reflection when it comes to not wanting something like that in, because maybe you don't want it in because you know that you're being ridiculous.
Yeah. You know who was making me so annoyed the whole episode, and it wasn't Courtney?
Oh.
It was Chris.
Okay, talk to me.
Chris was annoying me the whole episode. Like her whole meltdown that she doesn't have Kleenexes in the back of the car when it's not your car. And then she's freaking out over the fact that she doesn't know where it came up that they were taking Chloe's car, and she's like freaking out about that.
And Chloe's like, can you just please go with the flow for once in your life?
Yeah, and like neither of you are driving. Why the fuck does it matter?
Yeah.
She was just stressing me out, and I just really wasn't appreciating her this entire episode.
I agree. I think that whole thing that like Kendall made her and Chloe do with like her therapist or whatever, that was weird.
Yeah. Well, and then what made me sad was like both Chloe and Kendall were like, oh, well, like she's never gonna do this again. She's gonna forget about this immediately, and she's like never gonna do this again. And I was like, that's kind of sad that you've like just shared something with your mother, and you guys had like a whole moment where Chris is literally crying, and you feel as if that she won't even appreciate what was done.
Yeah. Well, and something that I think is equal parts funny and like a little unsettling is how Chloe always gets so annoyed when somebody in her family starts crying. Like every time that someone starts crying when they're around Chloe, she goes, "Are you crying?" I just think it's hilarious. She's like, "You guys are so dramatic." Like Chloe, I would say arguably, except for maybe Kim, I think Chloe has had the hardest time in the past few seasons of the show.
Yeah.
So I feel like she just gets so annoyed with her family being so sensitive and crying about everything.
What could you have to be crying about?
She's like, my baby daddy cheated on me and then got another woman pregnant after we had just impregnated a surrogate and then cheated on me again. So I don't really want to hear it. But yeah, that's a good point. I didn't really think about it that way. I really thought that the saddest part about this whole thing was this Bible that Kim is trying to get back.
Like, if I and for some reason had that Bible in my possession and I was preparing to put it to auction it, but I find out that someone who is quite literally directly related to the man who wrote this note, I would just give it to them. I'd be like, oh my god, of course. Absolutely,
me too.
It is yours. I have no right to this object. I have no emotional connection to this object other than the fact that I'm going to get money for it. And they were willing to offer money.
Yeah, I would have been like, give me $5,000.
Yeah, I've been like, no problem. I would have accepted your first offer. Like, this is yours anyway. Like, you don't have to include the money, but like, do it to be nice.
Exactly. I mean, like, I thought that was crazy too. Like, I think we have to look at it through the lens of anybody who owns a piece of something from OJ's estate is probably already a bad person, because anyone that feels any sort of celebrity towards him is freaky and weird. In general, because he was a horrible human being and also a murderer. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. But yeah, like I just thought that was like so crazy that person is like, nope, actually I'm putting it up for auction. And she's like, I was literally going to offer $30,000. If they had just emailed me back and said, your price isn't high enough, we would have paid whatever they wanted. So that was really sad.
Well, I don't even want to say they're never treated fairly, because obviously they have fantastic lives, but like I just don't feel as if this would happen if it was like another family. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I actually totally agree with you. I had the same thought, and I was like, I had to like stop myself from feeling too bad, because I'm like, well, they are literally so wealthy. But yeah, but I mean, that's the thing that makes you feel sympathy, is because this is something that you can't like buy, you know, like she couldn't just go to the store and buy another Bible with her father's handwriting in it.
Your father's handwriting, like, that is so like, I don't know, intimate is the word that's coming to mind, but it's just so personal. Having somebody, because nobody writes anymore, like nobody writes anything down anymore. And then you find this, like, she doesn't even care about the message, she doesn't even care about the Bible probably. Just rip out that first page and fucking give it to her.
I was literally just thinking that she should be like, can I please just have the one page?
Like, she just wants her father's handwriting. She doesn't care who it was written to. She doesn't care what it says.
And she's giving it to Chloe.
It's not even for herself.
Then on top of that wasn't even the worst thing. Somebody who used to be close to her ordered a hit, allegedly.
I said it ended up being false. Still.
Who do you think it was?
No idea.
I mean, I'm dying to know.
That was insane, because first of all, why do we need to be killing anybody.
Right. Real behavior.
Apparently they just wanted money for like, but I don't even know how you would get money by making a fake hit like that. I didn't understand.
I think it would be like if they were maybe to pay to like know the details of this potential hit.
Okay.
Almost like a
We could-
ransom, but like the reverse.
To be honest, if you're gonna go through all this effort to make a fake hit, you might as well just make a real one. Like I don't even know how you would go about doing that. Kind of like how I don't know how you go about like getting onto the black market, but like obviously these people are
Sure.
rich enough to like understand that.
This is another phenomenon that we do not understand. It is right up there with the black market. How do you order a hit on someone? Like,
Sorry, like this isn't just a movie, like a blockbuster movie with Will Smith. Like how are these people finding literal hitmen?
right. And is it true that hitmen actually exist? Like,
Like how do you get into that position? Like you have to be like
field. Yeah. Where's what
Well, it's the
industry is
same
that
way-
classified as?
it's the same way, and we'll get to this. Like how do you get into the industry of being a matchmaker for billionaires? You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
where do people find these jobs? And can they help me out? Because you guys are making so much money and you get to be around rich people or famous people. Like I want to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying I want to be a hitman, but I'm just like,
No, me neither.
you know, it's just so niche. Like how do you like find these things?
Right, like what do
there-
you have to go
there's
through
no
in
linked,
life?
like is there a LinkedIn but
Surely
for
not.
hitmen?
Oh, I
You
see
know
what
I'm
you're saying. A black market, probably a platform on the black market, if I'm being honest.
Does like the black market have websites?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Like does the black
dark
market
web.
have its own Google? You know,
Yeah, like the dark web, I think. But I don't know how
Yeah.
you get there either.
like dark Google. No,
Yeah, Google in dark mode. Yeah, for sure. Like my thing is, what do you have to go through in life to like become to make
decide you want to
you
kill people.
decide
You
to
can't
become a
question it.
hitman? Like I don't get that. Like
You get texted a name, all right, or Instagram DM'd. I don't
Mm.
know how they're communicating. And
you think that the
you're just
hitmen
like,
have social media?
I
They're like-
don't know.
It's like this is giving like the suburban moms with their MLMs, like business account, but it's a hitman.
But it's no. What if there's like a Facebook group? You have to like,
Okay.
when you have to like join a Facebook group and you have to answer a bunch of questions.
Yeah, that seems actually like maybe there is a Facebook group for everything, and it wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me. I would not be surprised.
Giving like asking for a suggestion in a Facebook post, suggestions welcome, hitman recommendations. Nonetheless, I mean, I'm glad it was fake, but I'm dying to know who ordered this
Who would
hit.
order- What is ever that deep?
I know. And somebody that it sounds like used to be really close with her or the family.
I don't know, because it was some attorney that she knows that told her.
Yeah, really, really strange behavior to say the least. No hits were put out in this episode of Special Forces, but there were bombs going off, and I really did not like that part.
You know what was hit though? My heart. When Randall withdrew.
I know, that was so random.
Okay, here's my thing. I know we're getting into like the mental era of the end of Special Forces. The whatever the word am I looking for?
The mental
it's getting-
challenges,
The
yeah.
mental challenges, yeah. I understand that. But at a certain, like for me, if I was in this scenario, in the back of my head, while it all feels very real, it would just kind of be like, like I'm a lucid dreamer. I don't know if you know what that is or if you lucid dream. But
No, I don't.
so when I lucid dream, I know I'm like in a dream, but I know that I'm dreaming. And so I kind of feel like that's how I would react to being in Special Forces. Like I know that this isn't real, but it feels real.
Yeah, I think a lot of actually probably people in the military or any sort of like armed forces actually probably do that, to be honest. Like I think that that's how they, get through the horrific things that they see. So
Well, yeah, but, like,
you make a good point.
For them, it's like actually real.
Yeah.
But like
For
but
Randall, it's not.
He's saying he has to leave, but because it got too real.
Mm.
And I'm like, Randall, but you know it's not.
Yeah, this does happen kind of often though. People tapping out at the mental aspect. Like to me, it seems like that would be the easiest part. But then
But
again,
I've never been through anything like this that could like, and I recognize that could like trigger me into like never wanting to be in a scenario that even like kind of emulates what's happening to them. And so like I would be able to be very much disconnected. But I don't know what these people have gone through, you know? So like
Yeah,
so
that's a
maybe
good point.
maybe it was fully too real for Randall, and that's totally okay, but it hurt me because I was rooting for him so hard.
Me too.
He's like him and Gia and like Brie a little bit. She's like getting there, but like really I just really wanted him and Gia to like finish this, and I was
Yeah.
so proud.
Me too. I wondered if the fact that that they didn't like pass this challenge was why Randall was so frustrated, because
Yeah.
they technically like got there. Like they passed, but or maybe they didn't. Maybe that was the other team. But
The other
literally,
team passed.
okay, so then scratch that from the record. But they never passed this challenge. Like the DS, like I think it's genuinely rigged, because they have to fail in order to
So
get
they
to
can
this
get
next
kidnapped.
part of like the interrogation, because now they've been captured. So
Yeah.
that's like a
I
whole part
think
of the course.
They ended up going like 3 miles more than they needed to. Like the narrator guy was like after a 3-mile detour. So he
Mhm.
was probably exhausted and he was like, I'm so fucking done. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And that's fair. That's fair. I think Andrew like kind of like dropped the ball, but I also think that Randall did not speak up enough.
And you know what bothered me about something about Andrew this episode, which I'm like mad at the DS for saying this, saying that he would be doing better if his wife wasn't there. I actually think he'd be doing worse if she wasn't there, and I actually think that he would have dropped out by now, and also he wouldn't even be on the show if she wasn't there.
Oh, I agree. I was like, what do you mean he's doing worse with his wife here? Because like in my mind, if it's kind of like an integrity thing, in the sense that are you doing the right thing because nobody's around or because people are watching you? And I know that like when I am with somebody that I know, I want to impress them way more than I want to impress a stranger.
Yeah, I see what you're
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
No, I agree with you. Like I also feel like she's absolutely been wiping the floor with him this entire
Yeah.
time, and like nothing that she's done has made him have to like hold himself back. The exception of this this very physical challenge. This was definitely the hardest physical challenge that they've had, with like the chain. The
Oh,
chain
God.
is crazy.
You would have put me in no longer in this world because I would have died.
Genuinely. I mean, Dawn said it herself. She's like, this freaking chain weighs as much,
More
if
than
not
her.
more than I do. And they're yelling at me because I can't
back
carry
up
it.
because she was falling over.
Yeah, like she literally could. I mean, she probably does not even weigh 100 pounds.
I was super impressed that Brie finished that challenge.
I know.
was super impressed.
Me too. Also, Gia is an absolute beast.
A beast.
She's insane.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like
She blew
she's-
Sean out of the water.
She did. I feel like she's the one who's been in prison, not her mom, because holy
For
shit,
real.
she is so fit and like tough physically. It's crazy.
I was also like really surprised that they even let Brie finish because I thought when you get that far behind, they just like you gotta go like they did with Chanel, I think.
I know.
But I guess maybe because it's just so down to the wire that they're honestly just kind of rooting for her too.
I think that they are. I think I've said this before as we've been watching this season. They have never been as like, I don't know the word for it, like persistent
nice?
for them not to
Oh,
quit.
okay.
They
Oh,
will
okay.
usually, if somebody comes to them and is like, I'm done, they're like, give me your armband. They'll never say, okay, you can be done. They will make them take off their armband, but they usually will never say to them like, you're so close, you can do this, you can finish, stop telling yourself you can't. Like usually they don't do that. So I don't know if they were just really like rooting for this particular cast, because honestly they have done well. The fact that there was 6 people left at this point is honestly crazy.
That's interesting.
And I mean, I cannot fucking believe that Cody is still there.
I cannot stand him.
And like I have to give him his flowers because he's doing really well, but oh my God, is he annoying.
He's doing great, but he's so dumb.
And like not him peeing. Sean
Oh my
was like,
God.
why are you peeing right now?
Like how what do you mean you're peeing right now? You want to like you're about to get kidnapped.
He's
what do you
like-
mean you're peeing?
He's like mid pee and she's like, Cody, come on.
Well, it's funny because we're talking about how like we would understand that like this isn't real, and I think Cody is like the epitome of that.
I think you're right. Like he's like, guys.
He's like this isn't fucking real, guys.
No, I think you're right. Maybe that is what it is. I haven't thought about that before.
But my God, when they did do the chains, did you notice like Cody's like little tiny stomps? He's like, Randall, you have to take less of a large stride and just do little stomps.
Like shuffling along the dirt. He looked so stupid. I can't necessarily say I don't think he was onto something, but like Randall's
Well,
like,
who am I to know? I've never done anything like
I thought
that.
Randall was gonna yell at him when he said that,
I-
but he didn't. Then we also saw them speaking with their families.
That was sad.
I know. I mean, not Cody's wife just being fully delusional about people liking him.
Oh my god, she was like, I'm sure you're charming everybody there.
Like,
What?
huh? Everybody's
Have you met this
literally
man?
talking shit about him, and and production left it in.
Yeah.
So that's how you know
Um,
that there was a lot more shit talk.
Because they're like, we have to leave some of this in.
Yeah. Oh, like they're like, we have to make sure that the viewers know that everyone else feels the same way.
But like, that was so geeked, and them saying like, oh, this is gonna be Randall's downfall. That was sad.
I know. But honestly, it's like,
But they were just being really encouraging. His wife.
yeah, they were. I know. His wife is beautiful.
I know that's probably why he left. He just didn't really want to say it like that. Like, he just wants to go see them, and I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, too, I feel like some of them get to the point where they don't really care about the mental aspect of it. Like, it's more so the physical challenge. So I feel like Randall knew, because I'm sure that they've watched the other season, so they know what's
I
about
would
to
hope so.
happen
Mhm.
after they get kidnapped. Quotes, kidnapped.
Oh, you think people just like plan to leave like strategically?
Maybe, like, I think maybe.
Not saying that's what he did, but like that is a possibility.
Yeah, like, I think that some people maybe are just like, I don't really care about the mental stuff. It's kind of silly. It's kind of goofy, this whole interrogation scene. Like, it's a little bit overacted, in my opinion. You'll see. So it's like, it's probably my least favorite part of the show until we obviously get to the end and like see who passes. I could totally see, especially Randall, who's like clearly a very mentally stable guy, being like, I just
Yeah.
don't really want to go through this. Like, I'm good. I passed all the physical stuff. I proved this to myself. I'm done.
And I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the next episode though. It looked really cool.
Me too. Yeah. I'm just so excited to see who passes. My prediction is Sean and her husband, and I actually think Bree and Gia too, both.
I think everyone who's still there is gonna pass.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and probably
Including
Cody, but whatever. That would definitely be, if all 5 of them pass, that will definitely be the most they've ever had
Interesting.
pass. Usually it's like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Usually the majority are men, but I don't think that will be the case this year.
It'll be between 2 is what it is now. 2
Yeah.
women. Randall, I would have stayed just in spite of like Cody might be like he could be the only man winning. I would have stayed in spite of that.
Like, because he can't stand Cody, but
And now Andrew better pull through.
Andrew better step it up. He really
Yeah,
has
for
kind
real.
of been very, very much of a weenie, in my opinion, this whole season. So
Yeah.
no offense, but someone else who decided to make their exit this past week was Cindy from the Golden Bachelor.
And thank God for Cindy, because I was just waiting for one of them to like realize like what a like puny little man this was. Like, he's just like, there's nothing behind those eyeballs.
What an absolute douchebag.
Like, Cindy says she's gonna leave and he just sits there staring at her with a blank face.
Crazy. You're so right. He literally has no life behind his eyes anymore. The way I don't even think he realized that she was breaking up with him.
No, I wrote, I have no faith in him being a genuine, real person.
No, I agree.
I just have no interest in him.
What he does. So this was obviously the finale. Thank God. We
Yeah.
are never talking about this fucking show again.
What a boring finale.
Definitely. I don't think that he was ever planning on proposing to anybody.
I wrote that because I thought that was so unfair to go into a show where you know that it ends in a supposed to be proposal. And I know that doesn't happen every season, but like, it doesn't happen every season because a lot of the times the Bachelor and the Bachelorette are relatively young. Not to be like frank, but like, you guys don't have a lot of years left. Why do we need to date?
I agree. Like, why are you? It's like, do men never change? Because the fact that he's almost 70 years old and he still has commitment issues is bizarre to me. Like, him also being shocked that she left when he put in absolutely zero effort.
Zero effort. And that's what I'll never understand, because you're saying all of these really heartfelt things in your confessionals. But you never say a single thing to any of these women.
Yeah, and like, I don't understand why he's acting shocked that she's looking for a husband. Like, if he's so annoyed that it's like, I feel like the way that he was trying to spin this to make it look better for himself, or like make himself feel better about it, was that he was trying to like basically say that like all Cindy wants is just a theoretical husband and a theoretical marriage, and she doesn't actually like want everything that comes along with it. But that's not what she was saying.
Think that's true.
No.
I don't want a guy to feel like he got struck by lightning and can't live without me.
Yeah, like, she just wants to have a genuine relationship, and like, she's not gonna pick up her freaking life away from her children and grandchildren to move to LA for a boyfriend.
Yeah, like that's you can't ask that of somebody.
And I also
No.
thought that it was really telling that I felt like Jesse was defending her when Mel was trying to like bash her afterwards.
Yeah.
I think he said something along the lines of like, it's not, unheard of for these women to come on the show and expect a proposal. Like, that's the point.
That is
And
literally
Mel's
the point.
like, yeah, but that's all she wanted. She didn't want to, she just wanted to jump straight into marriage. That's literally not what she said. He was quite
No.
literally lying on her name.
She was not asking him literally have a wedding the next day.
And that's
She
what
just
he was
wanted
saying
to
she
be
was saying.
engaged. And engagements can last for a long time.
And it's crazy to me that that's what you just said is exactly what he was saying that she said. I want to get married tomorrow.
No, I mean, men never listen.
No, they don't. And like, they just hear what they want to hear and they're going to justify everything in their heads the way that they think makes them look the best. I think that was really like the big theme of this season with him. Like, that's why I think I dislike him so much, because he has no self-awareness. Like, and so obviously they have that conversation. She leaves and they have the conversation after the final rose.
She looks fantastic.
She looked gorgeous. And I also don't even think she's had any like crazy work done since the show.
No, I think her makeup just looked amazing.
Yeah, she was stunning.
She looked so good. Her hair looked great.
Her dress was amazing.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like insane at the fact that at his big age that he doesn't want to get married. Like I was happy that she stood 10 toes down. She was like, I was literally begging you to have a conversation and you just wouldn't have them. And he's like, well, you didn't go all the way. Like, so he just wanted her to wait until the moment that she got dumped for him to not commit to leave. Like, he was so mad that she left early.
He just wanted her to get into the fantasy suite so bad. And I was like, for what?
I know. To me, that was like, because, if this were a young bachelor, then I'd be like, the obvious reason why they'd want them to be.
Yes.
But for him, I really think that there was things that he wanted to tell her off camera that he was like concerned about saying in front of the cameras.
You can say that at the dinner. You're like, I would love to have some like time at the fantasy suite to talk to you about things that I don't necessarily want to share on camera that I think you will want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like be upfront, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
but
I totally agree.
In her little like interview afterwards, she rightfully called out Mel for leading every woman on who was on the Golden Bachelorette, in the sense that they were expecting a ring at the end, and he was never honest about not really wanting to do that.
That's so diabolical for you to do that to these poor women.
Mm-hmm.
These women are like pouring their hearts out to you, talking about, divorces or losing their spouse or like the things that they've been through in life.
Yeah.
Because they're here to get married and you are 70 years old and like you didn't realize that this show that you were coming on and results in an engagement. I hate him.
Essentially, why would any of these older women give up their entire lives and spend all of this money and go through this entire crazy process just to date somebody at the end?
Yes.
Like, why would they do that?
That was actually such a good way to put it. Like, I'm so glad that, like,
was.
she's like, he wasted all of our time. Like, how disrespectful of him to waste everyone's time like this. I also feel like it's so obvious that Jesse does not like Mel. Like, I feel like he does not like him at all. And I don't know if you caught this, but like in the after the final rose, she's like, told you that I didn't want to get married right away. I told you that I would move to LA, that I would get my own place, that we would live separately. And he goes, that didn't interest me. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean that didn't interest you? Then, like, clearly you just wanted to be on this show because you feel like you can have an influencing career as a man at 70 years old. Because what other reason would you be here? She's literally giving you exactly what you want, a non-committal relationship.
Yeah.
This is insane. Like, I felt like he was being so condescending to her in that after the final rose, and it was making me so mad because he's like, but that's not what you said. No, that's not what you were saying. That's not what you were wanting, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, but it is because I'm saying that it is. Like, I don't understand why you're sitting. If I were her, and eventually she just looked at Jesse and was like, clearly they're not going to come to an agreement on this. But like, I thought it was actually disgusting behavior. And I don't even know why this bum ass show is getting me this worked up, but it's just disgusting behavior. Him sitting there acting like she did something wrong. She was being unreasonable when he put in zero effort with any of them. So his kids seem like little fucking twerps. So that's what I'll say about that.
The last thing I had to say is obviously this ended with Mel and Peg in a promise state, not an engaged state, in a promise state.
Fully just swindled her with that fake proposal.
That was crazy. Only thing I'll give Mel is that the two of them looked great together in the after the final rose.
I don't agree. I think
interview.
he literally looks like a disintegrating human being. She looks great.
No, yeah, I almost felt like they like fit well, like just by looks. I'm not going off personality here.
Yeah.
She doesn't have.
Does
going
not
based
have
off
one.
looks.
You're so right. He does not have personality.
I would be interested to see where their relationship goes. Best of luck. I never wish anyone ill.
Oh, bad person, because I was really hoping that they weren't still together.
That was meant to be a joke.
Like, actually, we are some bad human beings, and we actually do wish them the worst. I wish Peg the best. I wish
Peg
Mel
the
the worst.
best. Finds like a hotter version.
And they definitely won't last.
No.
Like, he sucks. I guarantee you they'll be broken up within 3 months.
Fun, and Peg is so fun.
She's so fun.
And she's so fun.
So the last thing that I'll say about their relationship is I thought it was like absolutely so glaring that he was not paying attention to a single thing that any of these women said to him the entire time, because the way that his proposal speech had absolutely zero specificity about anything that he liked about Peg as a human being. The dynamic, wonderful, funky human being that she is was startling to me. If my husband was proposing to me and didn't have a single thing to say about me as a person specifically, I would say no.
Exactly.
Embarrassing for both of them. Anyways, good fucking riddance to the Golden Bachelor. That shit was so bad. I hope that if there's a showrunner or a producer or something listening to this, that you never produce this show ever again, because it was absolutely heinous. I hated every minute of it. I had to force myself to watch it every week. You guys suck at your jobs, and also stop casting leads that blow chunks. Like, I don't know when you guys are gonna learn.
Well, hopefully with Taylor.
Yeah, hopefully. But I don't have high hopes for that one either, to be completely honest.
Because I want to be positive about it.
Yeah, of course.
I want good things for her.
Me too.
Not for the show, for her.
I think this show is maybe the worst thing that she could do, but time will tell.
That's fair.
Speaking of engagements, though, shocking turn of events. Kizzy from Below Deck Med is in present day engaged. The boyfriend that she just broke up with last episode.
Like, actually insane. When did she post that?
She think
on November 9th of this year.
Yeah. So after she had, or maybe like just before she had broken up with him on the show. This poor guy. I think that Kizzy may have some sociopathic tendencies.
I think that Kizzy is a really jealous person who can't see anybody else having fun or forming a relationship when she also can't do that.
I think she can't form relationships because I think she might be sociopathic a bit.
I mean, that's fair.
And I'm not saying she's like a crazy psycho killer. That's not what a sociopath, but like I do think that she maybe lacks feeling.
Yeah, I think in my mind she sees Joe and V like getting closer. She doesn't physically have her boyfriend there. But she's like, oh, he's got to go because I can't see somebody else be getting like all close and I can't have somebody close next to me.
Totally agree. And I even feel like there was instances where she's still kind of being snarky and like really petty and rude towards V for no reason.
To get the short end of the fucking stick because we bring in a new stew. Kathy used to be a chief stew. You know what she's not going to be doing? Stuff that gets done by the third stew. See what's going to have to do the stuff that's done by the third stew? Kizzy. She's not going to be too happy about that. And I am living in that.
I know.
She deserves to be doing the dirty work a little bit.
I agree. I think, well, first of all, I think Kathy is so pretty and I love her energy.
You too. Immediately cleaning the little crew room was so funny to me.
I
know. Like, this is just not going to work.
She's like, this is disgusting. Like, God, I came because you guys really needed my help.
They needed me.
Yeah, I like her energy. I also think she's going to bring a little bit of drama later in the season.
Oh, 100%,
so,
absolutely.
But I'm liking her so far. Kathy is giving made for reality TV in a good way.
Oh, yeah. Kizzy is giving, like, that, but in a bad way.
But yeah, like, because you're, like, bitchy. Yeah.
Because you're crazy.
I mean, I was screaming, though, at Aisha being so happy that Kathy was a chief stew. She was like, our way. So excited. Like, literally, I was like, I've never heard anyone's voice go to that octave before.
It's always nice to have, like, a coworker who actually knows what the fuck they're doing. So I completely understand her. And I know you do, too.
I understand better than anyone. So I felt really sad for Max. Like, him tearing up because he was feeling like left out was making me so sad.
That is so fair. Like, yes, you could be closer to one of your coworkers than the other, but you can't, like, and I don't think they were really meaning to exclude him, but like if he's like being upfront that he feels that way, like, you need to get it together.
Yeah, like Nathan needs to listen.
He's in charge. Like, Nathan, like, you can never ever as a boss show favoritism.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, that was sad to me. But this is the episode that we've all been waiting for.
Oh my god.
A real live Bachelor situation.
Like I was saying, how did this woman get into this profession? And how do I get there?
I feel like I used to see matchmakers on TikTok all the time, like talking about their jobs. And like there was also, have you ever watched Indian matchmaking on Netflix?
No.
Oh my god, it is such an underrated show, such a fascinating show, and that's what this is reminding me of a bit.
Yeah, I just feel like I could really thrive in this upfield. But
I think we as a duo would be amazing at this.
oh my god. Well, like anything for a literal free stay on a yacht.
I mean, truly, that woman, she scored. I didn't realize she was going to be there. I
don't think I did either, just because, like, obviously they didn't never introduce anybody in like the preview clips, so I just didn't know who she was. But it's bringing in like just such a fun dynamic that's never been seen on any of these seasons, kind of like with the Real Housewives crossover with their Below Deck show. I just feel like they're really just like hitting the mark. Like, it's just like such good TV.
Totally agree.
The guests are always interesting, of course. This just brings in something like so new that like they haven't seen, we haven't seen. I know how they're gonna react to a mean guest. You know, like I know how they're gonna react to a bitchy little guest. Like, I don't know how they're gonna react to this like matchmaking scenario. Like, this is like something like unknown, unheard of. Like, it's just like so fun to me.
I totally agree. I think they need to do more things like this where it's like a sort of different setup, but also what I'm so curious if the crew knew once he decided that he wasn't a match with somebody that he was going to kick them off the yacht.
I don't think that they, but like where else would they go, like realistically?
No,
like,
I know, but it's
there?
like I
get what you're saying.
I thought that he was gonna like go through the entire charter and then like pick one at the end, like
I
Bachelor
agree
style.
with that. I think that's like that's where my mind was going. I also like don't understand why they had to come after they left the dock.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Like, why? What? But I guess because like they're not like the primary or whatever, but like typically the whole group arrives together, so like another whole different thing.
Guess they needed to set up like the whole him looking through their profiles with the matchmaker.
Fair.
But oh my god, I mean, not him, like not we see two of them get kicked off and then they're just like walking down the street with their suitcase like in Barcelona. I'd be traumatized. That's diabolical. And the other thing that was
one girl that doesn't like him, she's like, I'm just here. What'd she say?
My
like,
god.
I'm just here for the yacht.
She's like, I'm just here for the content. Like, I don't.
Yeah, he keeps her.
I mean, not Aisha calling her the Antichrist and an entitled little bitch.
She's so funny.
I need to know what
Aisha
happened.
So much.
I've never heard Aisha talk about a guest like this.
Sometimes you just gotta vent.
The Antichrist is insane. That's like that's a deep
anything
cut.
Aisha says, like, I'm 100% behind it.
Agreed.
You know, like, she's just such a logical person. Like, I'm gonna be behind it.
She's not gonna say that if it's not true, but I'm dying to know what happened. Like, I need to see the footage.
Yeah.
I was
Rip in Kathy's skirt.
Oh my god, poor
and
Kathy.
Kizzy chose not to tell her.
Yeah,
like,
speaking of an Antichrist.
Like, she saw that, and okay. So I understand, like, seeing it, like, laughing a little bit and being like, oh, haha, like, I am better, whatever. But then you go and tell her, because one, you are all representations of each other, because you are one crew, you are all with the same company, somebody gets a pass for something somebody else did, like, you are seen as one unit when you're, like, in a work setting. If one person looks bad, everybody looks bad.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you not immediately tell her? Also, in a way, like, if she does become second stew and then Kizzy's third stew, like, she's not your boss, but like she's someone you then kind of report to a little bit. So like, you want to be friends with her, like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I thought the same thing. At first I was like, this is just the edit making it look like she didn't tell her, because it kind of felt like the footage was cut together in like a little bit of a suspicious way. Then Ethan being like, oh my god, you have a rip in your skirt, and then I was like, oh my god, she really didn't tell her. And then
she really just like
And Kathy saying we were just cleaning rooms together for hours. Like, I don't know how she would have. I was like on my hands and knees. I don't know how she would have not seen this.
Oh, but she clocked it. She clocked it. Like, Kathy clocked it, and Kizzy's gonna get what's coming.
Yeah, that was just diabolical. And like, but she was such a good sport about it though. Kathy was like, that's why I think I like her.
You just have to like, you can't let that stuff get to you.
Yeah, of course not. And
you just gotta move on. Like, world's most embarrassing moments, you just gotta move on.
Exactly. I was also like cringing so hard when Nathan and Nathan was like eavesdropping the Bachelor, like talking to some of the women. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna get caught and then he's gonna get in trouble. I was nervous.
But he just had to know the tea.
I know.
And, like, too.
Captain Sandy was like fully fishing for gossip. Like, how did it go?
Oh, I love her.
And when he chose the two to kick off, they were like, oh my god, really?
Oh, they're just so invested. Like, it's just so good.
I know.
Like, who thought of that?
Even
like,
Captain Sandy said it. She's like, I need this to be in every charter situation.
Yeah, give whoever thought of this scenario a raise.
They really need to start a show that's like Low Deck Matchmaking Edition.
Yeah.
I think I just came up with Bravo's next big idea.
You go ahead and patent that.
Yeah, I know.
Get credit.
I need to like pitch it so that I can work on the show.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I thought this episode was good and really excited now that we have our new addition, Kathy, because I'm liking her vibe.
So I'm excited. Speaking of annoying people, boat to compare Kizzy to Meredith from Salt Lake City. We see the end of the day 3 of the yacht trip. Meredith has just lost her damn mind. At least Kizzy still kind of like has a mind. I don't know, maybe not.
Kizzy's not under the influence of alcohol and pills. So.
No. Meredith will just like not let this thing go. Like, did Brittany need to bring it up the way that she did? Like at a dinner where everybody was drinking? No. Like Meredith's reaction is just insane. Like, not like episodes ago where we're telling Bronwyn that Todd was cheating on her and she was just like, okay.
She's literally like, I don't believe you. And she's like, I'm over it. Don't talk about my husband.
These reactions that make me feel as if something's going on here.
And it's these reactions that give credibility to Brittany's claims about Meredith being psychotic.
So they get onto the plane to go home, and Meredith once again loses her mind. I'm at the point where, why did none of these women whip out a phone? I know we all get mad when people record, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, you want, like, your side to be proved?
Yeah, you know? I think, so I heard someone ask Heather about this from a clip I saw from BravoCon this weekend.
Oh, bless.
And I think she said it was like maybe it was Angie, Heather, and Brittany standing there like all talking to this one reporter. Heather did say, last season, when we clocked Brittany recording us, we like agreed that we were never going to do that to each other. I think everyone was just trying to like stay true to that pact, but like this.
When have you ever stayed true to a pact before in your life?
And that's on period.
None of you ever, like, everyone's like, don't ever bring a family member into something, and then you all do.
Yeah.
So like, stop! Don't say that shit to me.
Like, I hate that
piss me off.
I hate that we chose this as the one instance where you guys stuck to your word. Maybe they really were just exhausted from this trip and they're like over it and they just like don't want to film. I also think that maybe they like none of the other women were. I mean, this situation in and of itself is bizarre.
And this is truly like the first ever time I've ever felt somewhat of a sympathy for poor little Brittany.
Me too.
If any of a semblance of this is true, that's so disrespectful to do to a human being.
I am just dying to know what actually happened because
Me too.
Even Heather having this conversation with Brittany has honestly been on Brittany's neck this entire season. First, I just thought Brittany was being dramatic. Like, what could Meredith have possibly done to her on this plane?
Yeah.
But then watching her meet up with Heather, and like sympathy that Heather was having and just like her reaction in general was so bizarre. Like, I was like asking her if she's okay. Like, she's like, I'm here for you if you need anything. It just was really very much a lot more melodramatic than I thought it was going to be for what I would have assumed happened on this plane.
And like immediately Brittany starts crying.
I know, like what was she? I'm like, was she physically assaulting her? And then she's talking about
her hair.
Her hair? Are you guys insane?
spilling wine on her, and like, we'll get into this later, but like Lisa was like, no wine was spilled on her, and Heather was like, I was there, like she was wet.
I mean, yeah, I feel like the biggest thing about this is the fact that Lisa and Meredith are basically pretending that none of this happened and that they didn't do anything wrong, and all of the other women, except for Angie, really, like, can't believe you're acting like this didn't happen.
It's just, oh, like,
so bizarre, and the mystery around it almost reminds me of when Heather got punched in the face.
oh, 100%.
Somebody's lying, and I'm inclined to believe that it's those that are being accused.
Oh, I'm confused as to what happened. I don't think there's truth to both sides. Maybe some is being like dramatized, but I definitely believe everything that Heather and Brittany are saying.
And I think like it's one thing to fight on camera, but this is different. The thing about this feels like very sinister and
Yeah.
like vile to me. And it made me really sad when Brittany called herself the unsinkable rubber ducky. Like, that's such a Brittany thing to say, but like, pulling somebody's hair is classified in the arena of like physical assault. Like,
Yeah.
obviously it's not intense, but like pulling someone's hair, shaking their chair, spilling wine on them for 4 hours straight, imagine that would be traumatizing.
Also, like, show them the TikTok in the air. Like, I don't know, of course they probably have Wi-Fi, but like, why did she need to show you right then and there? Like, you could have asked for that when she first told you.
Lisa pretending like she was just trying to diffuse this situation. Like, she's acting like this is what she was saying. Brittany, please just show her the TikTok so we can move on. What she was probably saying was, Brittany, show her the fucking TikTok. You started this rumor. You better show us the proof. Like, she's probably screaming.
I don't think Lisa has ever said anything calmly in her entire life.
That's the thing. Lisa's always yelling at someone.
Why would I ever believe that you were saying something nicely?
Exactly. And then have like Heather having this conversation with Lisa. It's like Heather was not letting up at all these accusations, which is
most confusing thing to me, that no one did anything for 4 hours.
No, I know. I mean, Heather's saying that she was asleep for most of the time, and when she woke up, she intervened. I don't know how much of that I believe.
Yeah, I was very confused by that in that sense, but I still believe what Brittany is saying. Like, she's not gonna just make up that somebody was pulling her hair. Like, that's like a stupid thing to make up, you know?
That's like a very specific accusation.
Specific. Yeah.
Good point. And then like, I also think that it was telling that when Heather is having this lunch with Lisa and she's asking her about it, that, I mean, of course, Lisa immediately starts tearing up and is like starting to yell at Heather, and Heather's just
she's also like
completely
hours
calm.
late.
Oh my God. Like, these housewives are so disrespectful. Lisa in particular. She's done that to people before, been like extremely late.
Because she doesn't want to admit anything. Like, are we surprised that Lisa won't admit to anything she's ever done? Like, why are we acting shocked by this?
Very true. I think this is like, I really think that Lisa is trying to keep this narrative on her side because she knows that this was absolutely like over the line.
Speaking of interesting lunches, let's talk about Bronwyn and Whitney's little chat.
My God, why is everybody in Utah a swinger?
I was afraid.
I was afraid.
Essentially, someone flew separately, so she's not in any of like the loop. So she gets told by Whitney all this, blah blah blah. But then Bronwyn shares that was a tweet sent to her that Todd was seen on a plane looking at photos of other women, and I'm assuming they weren't like clothed photos, if you know what I'm saying.
I think you're right.
So allegedly,
like, Todd was
basically cheating on her. Someone very casually goes, "Oh yeah, believe the tweet," and he's like, "What?"
This is the type of fishy behavior that makes me question Bronwyn, but I like her so much that I don't want to think about it that way.
And then Bronwyn says that she's like, would be okay with anything that Todd does with another woman as long as she knows about it prior.
I really think that this is Bronwyn's way of just being like, I don't want to have to do those things with Todd, so if someone else
I was thinking the same. I'm like, girl, you get the money and you get the status. Somebody else do all the other stuff.
Yeah, like it's like I hate to say that because obviously that's like offensive on so many levels, but like no shade to anyone who marries someone that's way older than them, but like felt like she purposely had this conversation with Whitney because Whitney is also much younger than Justin,
Yeah.
And like the whole idea of even Whitney and Justin being in an open relationship was like so out of nowhere.
Whitney, so Bronwyn says that, and Whitney was like kind of agreeing and being like, yeah, I'm the same way with my marriage if that ever came up.
Even Whitney saying, I don't remember if she said this to Bronwyn or if this was like in a confessional, but she said something along the lines of, Bronwyn and I aren't stupid. We know that the men that we married are much older than us and that we are going to outlive them.
Oh yeah, she said that in
And
their conversation.
We do think about those things.
I
Like,
guess
what would
I
I
never
do?
think about the fact of how much older Justin is than Whitney.
Because he doesn't look too much older, but he is. I do think he's like 20 years older than her.
Wow.
She's the same age as one of his children.
I did
Or
know that.
very close.
I did
Very
think I
close
knew
in
that.
age.
What a bizarre conversation to have with all this other stuff going on. I thought that was very interesting. Which is a way to like break up like the Meredith show, because I was really getting over it. So like they did a good job.
Agreed. And like not Todd being a serial cheater. Like, dude, what are we doing, Todd?
What's Todd pulling?
Why is Todd sitting in coach?
Christian.
Why is Todd in
I doubt
economy?
he was in coach. Wait, did she say that?
He said he was in an economy seat and somebody like saw his phone.
Isn't economy like a better one step up from coach?
I think they're the same thing.
Oh.
Economy. He's like what we fly on.
Coach is the same thing as that?
Coach is the same thing.
Okay.
I should have just said economy. Yeah. They used to call it coach.
Okay.
I think they call it economy now. I don't know why they call it
I just
coach.
know I sit in the back.
We're in the last row generally, near the bathrooms, probably because we don't pay for our seats either.
Yeah.
So, was
Affordable
bizarre
class
to me.
of seating on an airplane. Yeah.
And I'm not really sure why the airlines have suddenly started making us pay for our seats. Like, that feels diabolical.
So
like,
dumb.
I'm gonna have a seat anyway, so like, why can't I just pick it now? Like, that's so disrespectful. And I just paid $400 for this 1 hour flight. Like, I'm not understanding.
Sure.
But nonetheless, and we wrap the episode with Mary having a conversation with Meredith.
No, some shit's about to go down with like Mary's character. Mary's real life. Is Mary like a voice of reason sometimes? These past couple of episodes, just like taking.
No, she really
is. Saying like she's like taking no shit. She's like, you to apologize.
Like, is a documentary about to come out about Mary, her church, which is allegedly a cult, but like I almost don't even want to watch it.
But like she's just being so good so far this season, and maybe she's being on her best behavior because she knew like she like knew when the like season would end up coming out. She could be like catering towards that, so people are on her side when like stuff does come out.
I agree with you. I almost don't even want to watch it because I'm really liking her this season, and like thought that the way that she addressed that with Meredith was very good and well done.
I agree.
And I'm gonna believe Mary.
Like, she didn't really raise her voice once. I was like, good for you, Mary.
And like, why would Mary lie? Mary does not lie.
Mary doesn't even want to be here 98% of the time.
And that's so true. And she also doesn't lie. So I'm like, and like also Meredith's behavior during that conversation was just so weird. Like when Mary was like, Meredith, it was not 15 minutes. And Meredith goes, it was 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, it wasn't even 30 minutes. It was hours that this was going on. Fingers and toes crossed that somebody got some footage of this or even just audio.
Well, I'm also like, how did no one else on the plane take a video?
I also heard Heather say that it was much only people in first class were the housewives in production.
Oh, okay. I don't think I caught that.
We don't know who from production. Like, it might not have been a producer, you know, just been like an audio guy or like some junior PA.
Maybe we'll see something later.
Hoping. Speaking of like city, other people that are also from Utah are Julianne Hough and Derek Hough. I just have to say that I love seeing them in the dances on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, me too.
Like,
I think they're great.
They're just like good
they're
dancers.
So captivating. I don't know how they do it. You just like cannot not watch them.
Julianne Hough is truly, to me, she's not a real person. The way that she looks and dances is like, so I feel like she's living on another planet.
I feel the same way about Danielle.
Agreed. One thing about Julianne
is
that she's gonna cry though.
Oh my god, yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I just didn't realize that this was the quarterfinals. So there's like 2 weeks left after this.
No, I'm sad.
Only 2 more, and then we'll have a winner, and I'm terrified. The best thing to come out of this episode was the ending. So sorry, Andy. I love you in every single way. I've never been more happy for you to leave.
mean, I'm screaming. Like,
Avery,
it
who
was time
else
for
would
him
you
to
have
go.
wanted to go? Like,
No, but well,
nobody.
Dylan.
Well, Dylan, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one else deserved to leave and excluded. Everyone else needed to stay. Andy
totally
was like
agree.
the only person who could go.
Ready for him to go, because at this point I'm like, okay, I only want to watch people who are good at dancing.
That's what I'm saying. I just like don't need to see not move on a dance floor one more time.
Did you see, speaking of people who got eliminated, Danielle was in the crowd?
No, I didn't.
I thought that was so cute that she was
That
in the
is
crowd. Normally they
cute.
don't do that because they're like sad and embarrassed.
No, I think she's just like I think this cast is so close that they all just want to root each other on.
Mm-hmm. Start with Elaine.
Elaine,
I thought she was amazing.
oh my god, she was so spunky and like jumpy. She had star quality. It was perfect. Where was the 10? Where was the 10?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I am just actually floored by how she is. And even the part in her dance where she was dancing with all the pros, she was perfectly in sync. The choreography was hard. Like, I kind of want her to win at this point. She is really what this show is about.
Oh, yeah. I always want Robert to win. But if Elaine won, I couldn't even be mad.
I feel like she deserved a perfect score. That dance was amazing.
We were just throwing out perfect scores. Couldn't she have one?
Always the first person.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
Never
I was
get
about
a
to
good
say
score.
it goes along with my first theory is like they never give a high score to the first one of the night. So the first person is screwed.
Literally. Yeah, I was like devastated for her that she didn't get a perfect score and then fucking Dylan did. Like, I'm sick.
Oh god,
they're
we'll get into
fucking
it.
sick.
Then we have...
Maybe he didn't get a perfect score, but he scored better than her.
He did.
That's fucking sick.
He had 4 perfect scores.
Okay.
And I know you can predict them. Anyway, next we have Robert and Whitney. I didn't realize that Robert and Prince William were close like that.
What was Prince William doing on network television? What is he doing on Dancing with the Stars, an American TV show?
He's like so geeked on a Zoom call. Like even Whitney was shocked. She was like,
little Whitney from Utah probably never left the West Coast in her life. She's sitting there like, why is the literal Prince of England, of Wales, whatever he is,
don't know,
on this show right now? Like, that was insane.
I was dead. I loved the dance. I thought the dance was great. Carrie-Ann loved it, but then she was like, we have to talk about the foot coming off the ground. But then you give him a 10, so like I don't get, like, don't say mean things.
No, and then she was like, normally I would call out a lift, but it was just so good I didn't. Carrie-Ann.
If it was a woman, you would have knocked off 2 points for that, Carrie-Ann.
She would have gotten an 8, like dead ass. I thought that Robert dance was good. I thought he was very graceful.
Oh, I agree.
I didn't really have much thought about it other than that. But he did get the first
he got the
score
first
of the season.
40. Well deserved, I feel. Andy and Emma, who I'm not going to talk about them because they're gone.
The thing I wrote down was Sweet Andy.
Sweet Andy. I wrote Emma looks great.
We have Dylan Efron's stupid smug little face.
Like,
I
he's moving more, but like not a lot. And I was
like,
bored. But Danny looks
I'm sorry, am I crazy or did he literally mess up so many times?
I would have to watch it again, but I'm sure he did. Like, he never looks like he's fully doing a dance move to me.
Yes. No, that's so true. Like, I just felt like he was just stumbling around the dance floor the entire time.
Let's finish because he just like had no dance ability to like commit to a move because he's not trained, which is fair, but like you would think you would be getting somewhat better.
Exactly, and like 50% of the dance was lifts.
I have never, ever in my life been more confused. Him getting 4 10s, a perfect score.
A perfect score is absolutely diabolical, and like also not them talking about how much he's improved. Literally, how has he improved?
Where has he? Andy has improved more than this man.
Ass, like, this is not a lift competition. Dance compared to Elaine, the judges should be embarrassed.
We know he can lift. He's a strong man. Like, no one is doubting that. No one was concerned that he couldn't lift up tiny little Danny, okay?
And she probably weighs 90 pounds.
Like, nobody was worried about that.
I think I could lift Danny, like, respectfully. I do not understand what they're seeing in this man. I'm so over the, like,
they're so
charming,
easy on him. Like,
handsome man act. Like, I've had it. I do not want him to win, and I don't want him to go any further. And if Elaine gets eliminated before he does, I'm gonna be really upset.
I do not think he will win, but I cannot guarantee the Elaine thing. Like, you just never know.
Yeah,
but I don't think he will win.
I feel like Dylan Efron is, like, the epitome of 15 minutes of fame. I'm not saying that he was out to get 15 minutes of fame. He cannot just continue for the rest of his life and career to do little shows like this. Like, he can't ever go on Traders again. He can't ever go on Dancing with the Stars again. Like, nothing
know where
he's
we're gonna
doing
see
has
him?
longevity.
Can you guess what I'm
Where?
gonna say?
You think we're gonna see him?
Special Forces.
Probably. He's probably gonna be on next season.
Yeah.
Gonna hope that they absolutely rip him a new asshole
Yeah.
the entire time. It's actually a good point. Like, literally, that's the thing. It's like he can only do
One
so many
season.
of these little one season shows for so long,
Yeah.
and then gonna be nowhere to be found because he has no actual talent.
Listen though, like if he makes it to the finale, which he won't because we're not manifesting that. If Zac Efron isn't there, then like what was the point of this whole season?
Oh, dead ass. Like, why do I feel like he and Zach have beef?
Yeah,
Because
like for real.
I know Zac Efron lives in LA.
Literally, like they all do.
Dennis Quaid showed up. Like, does Zac Efron think that he's too good for Dancing with the Stars? Like, Dennis Quaid was there, my
Oh
guy.
my god. Then we have Jordan and Ezra. Another pissing me off of the night. It's like Elaine. He got one singular 10. The rest were 9s.
I literally wrote Carrie Ann hates women.
She does. Grades them
Her
harder.
shoulders.
And she admitted that. She admitted that she grades women harder.
Absurd. Her shoulders being the comment that knocked her
Mhm.
down after Dylan stumbled his way across the entire dance floor.
Like he
Like-
looked lost. He needed glasses to find where he needed to go.
Amount of choreography alone in Jordan's stance versus Dylan's makes this unreal.
Yeah. The only note was I just didn't love the costume, but that has nothing to do with the dance. I just thought the costume looked
Yeah.
a little cheap.
I think maybe like there was a little bit too much choreography, that it was like not quite, she didn't have quite enough time to like really refine it, but like still amazing.
Yeah.
And like that should have been no reason that she didn't get 10s.
Like it's
if
not
Dylan
hard.
got 10s.
It's not hard.
Absurd.
And then Alex and
Um,
Val. Oh, I'm sorry. Is she a pro? Because what is this? She looks so.
This was my favorite dance of hers. I thought she looked very beautiful
She looks
and
great.
like effortless.
Huge bonus points for using one of my favorite movies, In the Rain song.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Fuck you.
How about you just say, "Oh, we could watch it together."
You would hate it. You wouldn't like it.
Hi.
It's like it's a really old movie that's like just like a little movie musical, but I just like love like the idea behind it. Like I love old movies that were like that. But so
Oh yeah, I don't like watching
no,
old
because
things.
do you know White Christmas?
Oh.
Do you hate it?
I've never watched it, but I've seen like clips here
Okay,
and
it's
there.
like that.
Yeah, not for me.
I know.
Or like Miracle on 34th Street, like those movies are
Yeah.
so old. I'm like, I'm just not
No,
watching.
I
can't
enjoy
with the
them
quality.
so much. I love them. I think they're so
No.
fun.
That's really great. I wish that I were open-minded.
Okay, so deservingly they got 4 10s. But like at this point 4 10s mean nothing because they gave them to Dylan.
Exactly, like 4 10s.
just like-
at this point, giving someone a 9 out of 10 is an insult.
It's an insult. It's an insult because if you're going to give Dylan a 10, everybody deserves 15s.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I do agree. This is my favorite dance of the night. We have Whitney and Mark. So they went last. That was insane. I hate how much I loved that.
Actually, no words. Like
It was like,
that.
perfect.
This was my favorite. Alex's dance was my favorite dance of hers that she's
Yeah.
done, but this was my favorite dance of the night.
It-
I mean,
There were no flaws. Like that technique is so hard to do. You have to like time it perfectly with your leg going up into his leg while he's still bringing that leg up into the air. You have to trust that your partner is remembering which leg to lift and at what angle. Like, and obviously
And-
Mark wouldn't mess up, but like this is like that's crazy. Like you have to
yeah.
like that and like the ending where they like fell into each other perfectly. What?
And the part where he had lifted her up and she's like basically perpendicular to the floor or parallel to the floor, and she's like doing her little thing of the words. The music was amazing. I
Yeah.
know for a fact that Mark mixed that shit up, and he was like, "We're putting in the thing about the Mormons," and I was
Yeah.
like, "That's just iconic." Like this is it's like, I know that there's been a lot of controversy about him being favorited, and you feel that he's been favorited, but like he truly does like.
Yeah.
He's a step above all these pros. Like,
Oh,
it's
he
so
is, and-
obvious, you know?
But like them together is just so good.
Mhm.
As much as obviously we know this, I am not a Whitney fan. Okay, that's my decision, whatever. Right? I
Okay, don't yell at the
agree-
listener.
I'm yelling at you. I don't agree that with these TikToks of people saying that like she started great and she's really just like not improved. Like she's just stayed great. I think this dance just kind of proves everybody wrong because ain't no way was she whipping that out first week.
Oh, definitely not. And also, like, she's messed up in dances before, and
Mm-hmm.
Patty talked about it. So it's like, nobody can say that she hasn't improved because like
Every
she
single
has
one
had
of these
mistakes.
people have improved, except for maybe Dylan.
Yes, except for Dylan. Dylan fucking sucks ass, and like I hate him so much. But like that Whitney looked like a pro,
Oh,
and I
she
thought
looked
it was
great.
I was really sweet when Carrie Ann was like, I will follow everything that you do after this show because I think you're gonna do great things. And I was like, she's so right. Whitney will be on Broadway after this season. I was also sad because I wanted to see her dance again. Like I was sad she wasn't in the relay.
Yeah, that was so. Tom, the guest judge, said something about that. His wording was really weird.
Oh, are you talking about when he was talking about like the results show and stuff?
No. I'm talking about what he said in her like little discussion with the judges after. He was like, "It's kind of unfortunate nobody gets to see you dance again," but it was like said in like a weird way, where I was like, "Oh, do you not think she's gonna get the votes then?"
No, I think he was just talking about like because she wasn't in the because she was like exempt from the relay.
Yeah, I just didn't really have any idea what he was talking about. I was confused.
He
by
was
his
kind of
wording.
giving weird vibes. I
was
know he
giving
used to be
weird
the
vibes.
host.
Yeah.
And I think he was really good as a host. Like I don't really know, but I think he was.
Yeah. Have the relay dance, and I agreed with every like winner of each relay, even though Dylan did win. He was obviously better than Andy.
I mean, of course, but like
But he was only better than Andy because Rumor blew my mind. I need to go watch her season.
I had the same thought. She was amazing. You're right. That's the only reason that he looked so good is because she was really good.
I thought he
Is
threw
she
her
an
across the
actress?
room on accident until I saw
Yeah,
like
I know. I
another
saw some
behind the
TikToks
scenes
about
like
that.
that. I don't know. But yeah, I thought
But
all of the, regardless of if they won or not, I thought they were all really fun.
me too. I was like giggling when he was doing his little jive. Like he was so cute. Like I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
And I thought him and Sochi were like the perfect little pair.
Oh, me too. You know who was kind of making me like a little like free was Alex.
I've heard a lot about this.
So I don't know what was like getting me like feeling that way. Part of it had to do with like that weird trick that they did that looked like the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The one where his wiener was like in her face.
Yeah, that was odd. I didn't get it.
Say wiener.
Yeah, I think I said dick earlier, so I'm not really sure what the.
Well, make it an explicit episode. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of discourse about this that he was like kind of being annoying. I think he was maybe just excited to
I
like
think
be
he was
back on
really
Dancing
excited
with
to be
the
back. He's just like a little man who's like obsessed with like what he is.
Yeah,
I think
he
that's totally fair.
is.
He was just like I get really annoyed by happy people, so like don't take my opinions into account. So
I feel like yeah, wish that she had been paired with somebody who wasn't still so relevant.
that's fair.
Like I kind of wanted them all to be with people who like, and same with Robert. Like I kind of wanted them all to be with people who were like a long time ago.
I had no idea who Robert's partner was. What was her name?
She won the season that Ariana Madix was on, the season before Joey. An actress. I think she's like maybe a Disney actress or something. So she's only like 19.
But she won, right? Like with Val.
Yeah,
Okay.
she won.
Because it was a Val partner and a
Yes.
Jenna partner. So that was fun.
Yes, that's true. I thought the relay was a fun little task, and I'm excited to see all of them do two full dances next week.
Oh my, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So okay,
Isn't that crazy?
So there's how many people? There's 5 left, and how many people go into the finale? 3?
I think it'll be 4.
Don't want Dylan to make it, and that's the only person I care about.
Me neither,
'Cause
because
that
like
means that leaves Whitney, Alex, Jordan, Robert, and Elaine going to the finale.
have to do a double elimination.
Shit. So who would be the other one?
I think it would be Dylan and Jordan,
Dang.
or maybe Dylan and Elaine.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see there being a curveball and it being Whitney.
I know. I have to talk about this. I think that Mormon Wives coming out before this show has ended is going to really hurt Whitney's scores.
So I thought the same thing. Now that I'm like several episodes in, I'm actually seeing the opposite discourse online. Okay. Yes, I know. Now that I've said it, you'll start seeing videos, okay. But I have been seeing a lot of people being like, I think in the later episodes that we haven't gotten to yet, they're being so mean about Whitney, not only about the Dancing with the Stars thing, but also just like in general.
Wait, why are they being like mean to her before she even goes on?
Like, I saw a clip of an episode where Jen was like making fun of her. She was like basically saying like, I bet Whitney's in her hotel room right now, like 5, 6, 7, 8, and was like making fun of her. Like, they're all standing there together, a group of freaking 7 girls laughing and like making fun of her and picking on her behind her
I
back.
don't really get that. Like,
and I think that but like that's what I'm saying. Like, even you, somebody who doesn't like Whitney, is like, why are these girls being so mean to her? Like, no wonder she doesn't want to come back to Mom Talk. No wonder she keeps leaving. Because you guys hate her. She's not stupid. She's not a stupid person.
no.
She might be annoying.
Yeah.
She might be unaware, but she's not stupid, and she knows you guys are making fun of her behind her back. And I'm sorry, but like, we have to get over the fact that she left a group chat in season 1 of this show.
Fair.
Like, we just have to get over it. And I actually think I thought the same thing, because the first few episodes, they really were not saying great things about her. And when I think her coming back into the show and just outright saying, yeah, I came back because I want to audition for Dancing with the Stars, is actually making people be more on her side. They're like, well, at least she's honest.
Fair. Because like,
And
they would be mad at her for anything that she said, regardless. Like, if she didn't say that she just came back for Dancing with the Stars, they'd be mad. They'd be like, why won't you just admit it? But now that
exactly.
she has said that, like, they're still gonna be mad. They're like, ew, why would you say that?
Or they just don't want her to have that platform because they don't like her. But also, I think that this is a phenomenon that happens in reality TV a lot. It's like, one season, they'll make you hate somebody.
Uh-huh.
In the next season, we as human beings with conscience feel bad that somebody is being picked on and ganged up on, and like, as much as we disliked that person the season before, it's almost like the past trying to make us not like somebody is making us like them.
Yeah.
Because now we're like, well, you guys are being bullies, or you're being mean girls. And I think that that's what's happened. Like,
yeah.
I've seen so many
I think
TikToks
Mormon
recently.
Wives, like, that show in general, it's just really good at that, because like, at each point I've hated each of the characters for some reason or another, and then
Agreed.
I've loved them the next season.
Kind of like 3 seasons of hating. I mean, I'll always hate Lisa Barlow, so like, I can't really even say this, but like 3 seasons of hating the same person starts to get tired.
Yeah, it does.
And it like, I feel like it forces you to call back to the reason why these women don't like her, and it's really because they got mad that she left a group chat. That's what gets the ball rolling.
I need to
And I
rewatch
think
the earlier seasons. I don't remember them at all.
Well, and like, that's the thing. It's like that. I think that's another reason too. It's like, we've all forgotten why they don't like her. So now we're like, why are you guys being so mean to her? And she even says in one of the, which we'll talk about this obviously when we get deeper into Mormon Wives, but like, she even says in one of the episodes, I understand now that none of you want to be my friend and this is a business, so I'm going to treat it like a business.
I think that's fair.
I do think that there's still a chance that like the Whitney haters could rise up and eliminate her, but I really hope they don't. I don't care if she wins. She even made a TikTok where she was like talking about, or maybe it was in an interview or something, where she literally said, I know that there's going to be absolute war if we win, so I honestly just don't care. I'm just like having a good time.
That sucks. That you feel like you
And
can't even
I
win.
saw a TikTok of somebody talking about how Mark was getting like undeserved hate, and like the girl was making, and then somebody commented and was like, I love Mark Ballas's choreography, but it's so clear that he's getting favorite, like blah blah blah, just like preaching on it in the TikTok comments. And he responded to that comment and literally said, the way that y'all switch up on people that you used to love to watch is absolutely crazy, and I'm gonna come back for more seasons just to piss you guys off.
I love that he said that.
So I had a feeling that this was gonna happen. We were gonna see a lot of Whitney and Mark hate in the beginning, and I had a feeling that it was gonna like, that's the thing about reality TV that I love. Like, things
change
switch
all
up
the time.
so quick.
Yeah, no, I haven't thought of like the favoritism like that I was so adamant on in weeks. Well, now where it's just more of an even playing field now, I think.
Like, yeah, like everybody's getting
it's like
the same
everybody's
scores.
good. Yeah.
Except poor Jordan.
Poor Jordan and Elaine.
So excited to see them all do 2 dances, and this is me putting it out into the universe for Dylan to go home.
Dylan, please go home. Just like leave and like do us all a favor, because we want everybody else to stay more. Sorry.
Genuinely, like, I don't wish anything bad to happen upon him, but like, maybe just like twist an ankle, like, I don't know.
Well, like, breaking his nose didn't take him down, so like something's gotta happen. Alex Earl's vlogs that she's been releasing every week of the dances have been phenomenal. They're so fun to watch, and it's so much behind the scenes stuff. Would recommend. Plugging, she doesn't need any plugging, but like, go watch it.
I'll watch it. I didn't even know she was doing that because
Yeah.
I feel like I've said this where I don't really like consume her content at all.
No, I think the vlogs have been
Um,
so fun. Like, and I just find it funny that she literally has a personal vlogger. Like, it's a person walking around filming her all week.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It does
I
show
guess if
like
you
how
can
much
afford it.
work goes in, not just that she's putting in, but like you see what she's doing and realize that everybody else is doing the same shit, and you're like, oh my god, they do so much.
I know. I could never do this
Yeah.
show. I think that wraps up our reality digest for this week. Good chat, and we will keep everyone updated on what we decide to do about breaking these episodes out into 2 parts.
Because clearly that didn't help at all.
Oh, we did have some technical difficulties
Well,
that added to the
I
time.
wonder who that was, because it sure wasn't me.
I mean, I don't know.
don't know.
I guess maybe our imaginary third co-host. And don't forget to tune in on Thursday for the Fame Files. We are talking about the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard case, and it is a wild ride.
A wild ride. I hope everyone has a good week.
Thanks for listening.
Go forth and gossip.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week for more pop culture chaos.
The stories we cover are based on research and publicly available sources. While we strive for accuracy, some details may be disputed or unverified, and this episode is for entertainment and informational purposes only.